Hello guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel Jaybesttv Tv. If you're just visiting us for the first time, please do well to subscribe to our YouTube channel and also give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to click on the notification bell icon to get notified on our new videos. Also, drop your thoughts in the comment section and share this video. For already existing subscribers, thank you. And today's video, we'll be telling you about the top 10 oil producing countries in Africa. We're going to tell you from number 1 to 10. We're going to tell you everything about them, how many barrels of oil they produce per day, what reduces their oil production, and much more. On number 10, we have Chad. Chad is estimated to hold 1 billion barrels of oil reserves. Its crude oil production ranges from 109,000 barrels per day. Chad derives the majority of its crude from the Doba Basin in the southern part of the country. Major operations include the ExxonMobil and Shell. The former, which is ExxonMobil, which operates the Chad-Cameroon Development Project, and this transports crude from oil fields in southern Chad via pipeline to a marine terminal in Cameroon for export. On number 9, we have Equatorial Guinea. Equatorial Guinea produces 153,000 barrels per day. Equatorial Guinea Ministry of Mines and Hydrocarbons is targeting heightened E&P activities and 1.1 billion of foreign direct investment into the oil and gas sector in 2021. Trident Energy is currently conducting a 3-well drilling campaign in Block G to offset declining productions at the Seiba and Okume complex. Meanwhile, maintenance works will be conducted on the Zaiforo, Jade, and Serpentina infrastructures, along with the optimization of production and management of inactive wells. This will help them increase their production of oils. Serving as the country's most prolific asset, the ExxonMobil operated Zaifiro field and was producing 90,000 barrels per day before COVID-19 period, via the Jade fixed production and drilling platform and also the Serpentina. On number 8, we have Gabon. Gabon is known to produce 160,000 barrels per day. The Gabonese oil production has been declining due to the maturity of several fields and insufficient investments to renew production bases, compounded with the OPEC-led production cuts that have reduced output by over 100,000 barrels per day. As a result, the country is seeking to attract new investment into offshore exploration. Furthermore, following revisions to hydrocarbons code and the promulgation in early 2019, hopes are high that a revised and more flexible regulatory framework will translate into new capital and technology injections into the oil sector. On number 7, we have Ghana. Ghana is known to produce 189,000 barrels per day. Because of its strong output from the prolific Jubilee and 10 oil fields, in conjunction with rising foreign investments in offshore basin development, it has granted Ghana a favorable long-term production outlook. Thanks to new fields coming on stream, in particular the Aker-operated deepwater Tano Cape 3 Point, oil production is expected to more than double to 420,000 barrels per day by 2023. Also, the Norwegian operator is also currently working on its $4.4 billion Pecan field, which is estimated to contain between 600,000 and 1 million barrels of oil. So this means that by 2023, Ghana has a vision of increasing its oil production from 189,000 barrels per day to 420,000 barrels per day. On number 6, we have the Republic of Congo. The Republic of Congo produces 271,000 barrels of oil per day, and its offshore oil and gas dominate the extractive sector in the Republic of Congo, meaning their livelihood comes from oil. And the country has been able to mitigate its production decline by bringing several projects online over the past decades, including its first deep water field in Moho by Londo. In a bid to boost exploration activities, a multi-client airborne gravity gradient survey is currently being conducted in the Covit Basin area. On number 5, we have Egypt. Egypt produces 630 barrels of oil per day as of 2019, with output remaining remarkably steady. The country became much more stable between 2014 and 2019, meaning that Egypt has had a steady production of oil without having any decline down to 2019. Egypt is also one of the largest oil producing countries in Africa that is not a member of the OPEC, that is, the Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries. On the other hand, the government's pro-market reforms reduce subsidies for the oil industry. Egypt's state-owned oil company, the Egyptian General Petroleum Corporation (EGPC), historically dominated oil production in the country. EGPC partners with several international oil companies in offshore and onshore production operations in Egypt. Eni and BP are part of the major shareholders in offshore Egyptian production assets. Furthermore, the Egyptian government has worked to make the country more attractive to foreign investment. They have done so by reducing subsidies in EGPC and reducing the amount of payments in arrears to international oil companies. On number 4, we have Libya. Libya produces almost 1.2 million barrels of oil per day down to 2019, up more than 100% since 2016. This fantastic increase was primarily the result of a temporary reduction in armed conflicts within the country. Furthermore, Libya was exempted from the 2016 OPEC Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries production cuts because output had already fallen from 1.7 million barrels per day in 2010. Unfortunately, production fell dramatically in early 2020 as the civil war in Libya intensified. Despite its troubles, the country contains the largest proven reserves of oil in Africa. International oil companies were active in Libyan oil production before the wars following the overthrow of Muammar Gaddafi. However, the future of their oil production remains cloudy until the instability is resolved in Libya. On number 3, we have Algeria. Algeria produces approximately 1.3 million barrels of oil per day, and this has earned it maintaining its position among the top tier of African oil producers. However, production has reduced substantially since 2005 when Algeria's output was almost 1.7 million barrels of oil per day. OPEC production cuts and a lack of foreign investment played a major part in the nation's declining oil output. Algeria also exports substantial amounts of natural gas, which goes to Europe. Enterprise Nationale Sonatrach is Algeria's state-owned oil and gas company. Sonatrach continues to dominate the oil industry in Algeria. However, lower oil prices led to some reforms in 2019, including a lower tax burden. International oil majors involved in Algerian oil production include BP, Total, and ExxonMobil. On number 2, we have Angola. Angola produces over 1.4 million barrels of oil per day in 2019. Angola was producing around 1.8 million barrels per day in 2015, but output decreased steadily during the rest of the decade. This decline was partly due to a cut that the nation agreed to as a member of the Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries (OPEC). Angola offers access to abundant offshore and deep water oil reserves in the South Atlantic. The Sonago is Angola's state-owned oil company. It historically oversaw virtually all oil and gas development in the country. However, President Lourenço made substantial efforts to form a new independent regulatory organization called Agência Nacional de Hidrocarbonetos e Biocombustíveis (ANHB). Some of the most significant international oil companies that were operating in Angola included the BP, the Chevron, ExxonMobil, Total, Stan Oil, Eni, and China National Offshore Oil Corporation, also known as CNOOC. On number 1, we have Nigeria. Nigeria produced more than 1.9 million barrels of oil per day in 2014 to rank as the 11th largest oil producer in the whole world. The country produced around 2 million barrels per day between 2015 and 2019. Fluctuations in annual oil production since 2005 can be attributed partly to security problems connected to militant groups in the country. These security issues and other business risks in the country have reduced oil exploration efforts. Nigeria is home to the second largest proven oil reserves in Africa. The state-owned Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation (NNPC) is responsible for regulating Nigeria's oil and gas as well as developing its oil and gas assets. The NNPC relies heavily on international oil companies to fund development and provide expertise. Most large onshore oil production operations in the country are operated as joint ventures between the NNPC and private oil firms, with the NNPC as the majority owner. The largest global oil companies operating in Nigeria include the Chevron, the ExxonMobil, Shell, Total, and Eni. So guys, that is all we have for the top 10 oil producing countries in Africa. Tell us what you think about these countries. Tell us what you think about their steady decline in oil production, their joining of the OPEC, and whatever your thoughts are on this topic. Please do well to subscribe if you haven't done so. And also don't forget to click on the notification bell icon to get notified on our new videos. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, share, and drop your thoughts in the comment section. See you in our next video, guys.